speaking about the Bulls,
there we go.
I've never been on the ship to begin with. And it's funny because
pushing the goalposts.
Before the season,
Low
it's funny.
key.
You know, I apologize to Bulls fans at the start of the season. Now, I was thinking about it the other day because I was like, man, I've been way too reactionary. I've been way too friendly with my apologies lately. Did the Bulls really deserve an apology? We're sitting almost at the end of the season, and the Bulls are exactly where I thought they'd be as a 5th seed.
So we'd be 6.
And no, I said 5th. Look at my Twitter. I said 5th. The 5th seed, and the role player Alonzo spot up shooter take aged tremendously well.
He's been hurt
because even when he's played, he has worse stats than he had with the Pelicans. But part of the reason I was low on the Bulls was because you guys assembled so much talent so quickly and traded a lot of young assets. And one of the trades was trading for Nikola Vucevic, who at the time was averaging a career high 24 and 11. You traded Wendell Carter Jr. for him, Franz Wagner, a first-round pick that became Franz Wagner, and a 2023 first-round pick also. And looking at this season, Vucevic and Wendell Carter, you can argue Wendell Carter Jr. has been better. So you as a Bulls fan, what do you think about this trade in hindsight?
Wait, let me ask you a quick question.
What are your feelings about
question.
it?
Just if we
this sounds backhanded, man.
quick question. If we would have kept that pick, who do you think we'd have picked? Just to
Davion Mitchell.
You think we'd have picked Davion?
I don't know I don't think you guys pick Franz personally.
Yeah.
But it's not far-fetched to say you pick Franz.
Well, because we don't get DeMar, so we would essentially okay. So you said yes, Wendell has been better than Vuce at his worst. Congratulations. You know, he's been better than the worst version of Vucevic. A lot of people are. But I think this move we made, first of all, we got a new GM. We got a new guy, AK. He's been incredible for us. This move we had to make. It was no, like, there's no thinking twice about it. There was no looking in hindsight, this is a bad move, because we want to be competitive. We want to make the playoffs. It's been a long time, 2017, I believe, since we've made the playoffs. Wendell Carter Jr., has he improved in Orlando? Yes. Is that a different situation than what we were in? Absolutely. Orlando's one of the worst teams in the league. We were trying to be competitive.
Yeah. So
we were moving on to a different scenario. So Wendell has been great in that department. When he was with us, nagging injuries, inconsistent.
He was good, to be fair, just the injuries.
That's what I said.
That's why I said inconsistent. He'll play good, get hurt, come back, struggle, then get hurt, then come back. Like, it was too much inconsistency with Wendell. It just wasn't going to work. So to get Vooch, who essentially DeMar has said in multiple interviews that he's the reason he came to Chicago, to get Vooch, ultimately to bring in DeMar, I think you don't think twice about that move, because at the end of the day, as much struggles that we've had lately, we're still a competitive team.
I'll tell you, my problem with the Bulls when they made all these trades, like signing DeMar and all this stuff, I was like, I feel like they're making all these moves just to be a first, second round exit in the Eastern Conference. And at this point in time, you can say that you're trending towards being a first round exit.
This is also our first year together.
You traded away future assets.
They're not healthy
for that,
which is what really is the tarnish on the Bulls right now. When they were healthy, they were one of the best teams in the league.
But I don't think so, because this is a fresh new roster. This is a new roster. Lonzo's new, DeMar's new, Caruso's new. Vooch is still essentially new because he came at the All-Star break. He didn't get to play with Zach a lot last year. So that's five new people. And Billy Donovan, like, this is a whole new process. So our first year, I feel like, would still be deemed a success because we still made the playoffs. We're still a competitive team.
Tremendously improved from last season.
Zach's still young. Pat Will is still young. Kobe White's young. Lonzo's young. These are still young players. He's not.
He is.
All right. He's over 26.
That's still relatively
young.
But
I'm not.
I know what you're saying, but Vucevic is an unrestricted free agent after next season. Lonzo Ball, I know what he's going to be. Caruso, he's good. He's a good role player. Kobe White.
One thing,
are you guys going to bring him back? What if he gets an offer sheet from another team?
To say you know what Lonzo's going to be is kind of, you say that disrespectfully.
No, I just know what he's going to be. He's a good role player.
A great role player.
He's
one of the best role players.
Okay, you can say that.
All right, good. I'm glad we can agree on that.
He had the second best defensive rating when he played.
I know what Lonzo's going to be, though.
He could be a great role player.
I know what he provides.
He could be the best number 3.
That's all I'm saying.
On a team.
I think you guys have been a bit too high on Pat Will.
He hasn't played this year.
No, I know. But I just think Pat Will is going to be a good, fine player, but he's also a guy trending in that good role player.
You haven't even seen him play.
I have not this season, but last season we've seen.
Tell him about the baby claw, bro.
He's played one season. You don't know what he's gonna do. You think
it's Kawhi Leonard?
Hold on, no, I'd be playing. That's literally what the draft guys used to call him, the paw, because of his hands are comparable to Kawhi. That's why they call him
paw
that.
Is tough.
That's why they call him that. But you've watched one season of him, which he was checking stars as a rookie and doing great. And then you know what he's gonna be.
No, I feel like
I can understand.
He could be a great role player. I think Pat Will is gonna be an elite defender for sure.
Elite defender is huge, though.
I know. That's not a bad thing.
And it's not like he needs to be this prolific scorer when you have Zach.
He's already a 40% three-point shooter now as a spot up. What do you like?
I just feel like you guys aren't going to be better than the top teams in the East moving forward.
What are the top teams? I think we could be better.
I don't think you guys are going to be better than Milwaukee anytime soon. I don't think you're going to be better than Philly with Harden anytime soon. With the Nets,
that can be a conversation. No, it depends on what Harden you're getting.
With the Nets and Kyrie and KD, and then being back next year, you're not going to be better than them. And the Celtics have figured it out. You won't be better than them.
I think.
And the Knicks are coming up too.
I think this is you being a hater. So a lot of the things you're saying is just very, very much spitfire.
You think so?
Yeah. Boston.
To a degree.
Yeah.
To a degree.
I feel like I'm spitting a lot of facts.
I don't. You did spit
the truth
facts.
Hurts.
You did spit a little bit of facts about Milwaukee. That's facts. Giannis is going to be here.
The Nets aren't facts.
The Nets are the playing team right now.
You know why? You know why?
What do you mean we know why?
KD was hurt. Kyrie was a part-time. Now they're both on the court together.
But that's my point, though. We don't know. We don't know.
Kyrie's not a part-time no more.
Yeah, but Kyrie also is a free agent. We don't.
We'll get into this.
Zach's a free agent.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We don't know what we're gonna be. That's all I'm saying. Like the Nets is still a mystery. We don't know what we're gonna be.
Come on,
Boston, we can definitely be better.
Why
than Boston.
Definitely is crazy.
We can be better.
Tatum is an ascending superstar.
Tatum clears every player on your team.
What's that smirk you give?
That's fine. Jaylen Brown doesn't clear neither of our guys.
I agree with that, but Jaylen Brown he's the fourth.
Can you really count on DeMar
fourth.
being this great every season? Like after this, this is the first time we've seen DeMar taken to this level.
Riv said it perfectly before the show. He said he was playing elite to start the season. He's been playing great of recent,
as the
which
playoffs
is fair.
as the playoffs come closer. That's what you expect.
Yeah.
I mean, you just said, could you expect him to play great when he's been playing great for like the past 7-8 years?
No, I'm saying, but this level is MVP level.
I don't think he'll be elite, but I think he can play great.
Okay.
I think Zach can take that level.
So all this to say that you wouldn't redo this trade back. You don't miss Wendell Carter Jr.
Why would I miss Wendell Carter Jr.?
And Franz. Let's
15 and 10 this season.
Let's live in that scenario.
You said 15 and 10?
15 and 10.
Vooch is at 18 and 10.
Okay,
18,
but Wendell is more
18,
efficient.
18, 11, 4, 1 and 1.
He's struggling.
Wendell's more efficient. And Franz Wagner, 15-point per game scorer, too.
Well, we wouldn't pick Franz. You just said that.
I don't know. Maybe you guys do pick Franz.
And we wouldn't have DeMar. We'd suck.
But let's live in that scenario.
Okay, so we will have Lonzo, Zach,
Caruso,
Franz, Pat Will,
Vooch.
then Wendell.
Oh, you don't have Vooch.
We don't get Vooch.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry.
That's our 5.
You think DeRozan really doesn't come, though?
He's literally have said it in multiple interviews. That's why, I don't think you really went in here and
he didn't. He explained that to me also because they went to school together.
I know the history.
That's
of it,
our 5.
But
is that a playing team?
But the Bulls were.
Is that a playing team?
But the Bulls offered DeMar the bag.
Yeah, is that a playing team?
Yeah, it is.
You think so?
Without DeMar, no.
Zach?
Without DeMar, no.
With Zach.
We're talking about like this.
I think you're asking me a playing team.
Wow.
All right. A big reason why I'm not completely.
That means like not 10-19 too though. 10th and 9th seed as well.
We were like 11th last year, 11th to 12th.
So you guys could have been playing with that roster.
And then we possibly don't win the play-in, so we're back to square one.
Listen,
But you have your assets for the future.
We still have our assets for the future.
Not all of them.
We have 4 assets.
Imagine you guys picked Ayo with the young group of that.
But we still picked Ayo.
I know. I'm just saying,
What are you saying?
I'm not saying. I think in hindsight,
you have said
what I'm saying.
Hold on. You have said Wagner's going to be a good player. So you basically said, yo, you get Wendell and a good player, you're good. That's what you're saying. Essentially, we're fine.
I'm
as
honest,
opposed to not having DeMar.
I guess
and
my
Vooch.
conclusion.
That's ridiculous.
My conclusion to
the thing
this.
is, DeMar is what makes this a different conversation.
That's what I'm saying.
Wendell and Vooch.
My conclusion to this.
Both of them?
I know, you're right. That's what makes it fair.
Listen, my conclusion to this.
What is your conclusion, young man?
Is that the Magic easily won this trade.
They have 10 wins.
They did win this trade.
But they won this trade. They traded away an aging star.
We won't be a non-playoff team.
But they got Franz.
But they wanted to rebuild.
And we wanted to be competitive. So how did they win?
The Magic.
If we both won.
Because ultimately,
No.
you
The
guys
Magic won this trade easily.
You guys made
the
this
Magic
move
fleeced you.
How did they fleece us?
The Magic fleeced you because they gave up an aging star in
player.
Vucevic
Yep.
for Wendell Carter Jr. who's averaging
What is he
15 and
gonna
10
be?
this season.
What is he gonna be to you?
He's going to be a very good defender, very good 5 in the NBA. They got Franz Wagner, who's going to be a first-team All-Rookie this season and a first-round pick in 2023.
And a very good player.
Maybe Franz exceeded my
No.
expectations. He exceeded my expectations coming out of college.
No, I'm going off his mindset. You said
I just said maybe he can exceed my expectations.
You think Wendell's going to be a good player. So essentially, they traded a borderline all-star for a good young player, and it's basically Wendell and DeMar versus Wagner and DeMar and Vooch versus Wagner and Wendell.
I think DeMar, if he gets the bag, is still going to Chicago, bro. I'll be honest. I really do.
No, I understand, but
DeMar's value was low. People were
I'm
shocked he went to Chicago.
I'm telling you, I can only tell you what he said, bro. I can't tell you what
I'm looking at this trade as it is. I'd rather have Wendell Franz, a first-round pick, than Vucevic. Simple as that.
It's not just Vucevic, though. That's why I think you're missing the trade.
Well, the trade is just Vucevic.
No. But
no,
because you have to think of everything. We get Vooch, now DeMar comes. It's like it's a hand-in-hand deal. That's why we didn't lose the trade, because we get DeMar. Now we're competitive again. We're back to winning basketball.
I'm skeptical.
We keep that team. We're not winning basketball. And if Zach stays, and if he comes out and he says, I want to stay because I want to play with DeMar and Vooch, that even makes this trade another more win.
That's my main
trade another more win. I promise you, he's not staying if we have Wendell Carter Jr.
That was my main
pick.
argument. You had to do something to want to make Zach LaVine want to stay.
But I am skeptical.
Of course you
of
are.
the fact that DeMar does not even consider Chicago if Vucevic is not there. I understand they were college teammates, but as long as he sees Zach there and the Bulls are offering him a bag,
that's what I
he's
also
going
said
to the Bulls.
I'm just telling you what he said.
What team was
though.
offering that much
money? Can I not only tell you what he said?
I understand,
He
but
said, it's not like he said it once. He said it. It's been the same song in multiple interviews.
But the thing is, it's not like Zach's some bum. Like Zach is the
Songs have
top
remixes.
3, top 4
Zach is
shooting guard in the league.
Zach is different.
But that's what
I'm just telling you what he said. He said his prime. He went there because of Vooch. That's what he said.
Songs have remixes.
I understand. But that's what he said. I mean,
Okay, that's what he said, and I'm not believing 100% what he said. Maybe that's my fault.
oh, all right. If you don't want to believe him, I can't knock you from believing. But we get Vooch. Now we have DeMar. Now Zach probably is going to stay. Win. I'm not saying Magic lost. They won too. He's playing great for them. They got their pick. It's a win-win on both sides. I wouldn't say a lose-lose because they're the worst team in the league. We're
a
competitive.
lose-win.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
I
I see
agree.
what you're saying.
I think it is a win-win also.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I
man. You
appreciate
made some really great points.
This guy's a hater on the left side.
No,
The Knicks are coming.
Yeah.
Where?
RJ Barrett.
Like where? Like come on, 3rd seed. Like this guy. Like where are you guys coming? Like come on, bro.
I'll tell you what, Joel, you're being hard on the Bulls.